Dear viewers, I humbly greet you in the name of our Lord. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel, and continue to subscribe, share, follow, and also comment. Still looking at the life of Queen Elizabeth II, who just passed away on the 8th of September 2022. May her soul rest in eternal peace. She was buried or laid to rest on Monday 19th of September 2022. May the good Lord rest her soul in eternal peace, together with that of her mother, Queen Mother Elizabeth, that of her sister Margaret, that of her husband, Prince Philip of Edinburgh, and all the souls of the past kings, right from the first king, Egbert. Let us briefly look at the Queen's wardrobe. In other words, the costumes or the clothes she wore or she put on. Queen Elizabeth I was very conscious of her appearance, and her image was engineered to convey wealth, authority, and power. She knew that her actions and image formed her identity, which in turn became a symbol for England. During her reign, Elizabeth's image was carefully engineered to convey wealth, authority, and power, both at home and abroad. Let us look at the Queen in style. Sincerely, I had never seen a lady in this world or life that put on in the best stylish way than the Queen. The lady was extremely smart. She was always mainly putting on black gloves, wearing black shoes and white, and then she was holding always a black bag, handbag, but in different style or fashion. She put on all colors of dresses, gown dresses, skirts and blouses, and the hat had to match the dress or the skirt and blouse. So wonderful indeed. She had about 3 tailors, and they really matched her style.
I'm Amanda Foreman, and I'm a historian, and I've spent the last couple of decades delving into the archives of the royal family.
My name is Michelle Clapton, and I'm a costume designer, and I designed the first series of The Crown.
My name's Miranda Almond. I am contributing fashion editor at Harper's Bazaar and a celebrity stylist. Always on point, she never gets it wrong. It's classic, it's chic, it is bold, it is colourful, sophisticated.
Very slender. Wow. I admired her since I was young and swore to always look like her, though I cannot due to financial constraints, because it really needs you to put in a lot of money to design clothes, shoes, bags, hat, and everything. But somehow I copy her. She has always been my model. Very nice, stylish queen, beautiful. Everything of her was beautiful, extremely. She was always putting on different attire depending on where she's going. If she's going to meet different dignitaries, maybe presidents, she could put on differently. When she's going to meet the Pope, differently. When she's going to Parliament, she could dress differently. So whatever costume or dress she put on, it was for a certain occasion. May you kindly rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. I'm not sure who is going to copy her style. Maybe Kate Middleton, the wife to Prince William, because the one who could almost look like her in style and dressing is the late Diana Spencer. May she also rest in eternal peace. Well, even Mrs. Obama tries and more, but I always liked to dress like the Queen, and I always want to be smart, but finances only limit me, but I'll be there one day. How Queen Elizabeth II defined her own elegant fashion legacy. Let us look at the wardrobe of Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II's 70 years on the throne wasn't just characterized by her impressive reign and noted diplomacy. The monarchy's fashion over the years consistently favored regal elegancy over fads with an impressive coronation wardrobe that spoke to the deep understanding she had of her role as a leader of her country, leaving us with a sartorial legacy that ranks as one of the most iconic in the world. Much like her public life, the Queen's wardrobe was a visible manifestation of her intensive role as a British monarch. Hazel Clark, a professor of design and fashion studies at Parsons Schools of Design, believes the Queen's dress choices spoke to her personal style as opposed to following fashion trends. It would rather describe the Queen's dress choices as non-fashion, but with a very strong sense of style, which she has developed and refined throughout her life. Clark said, "I think it has also helped communicate her status as a world leader. In other words, that sense of consistency in her appearance creates a sense of confidence and continuity." In her early years as a princess, Elizabeth favored clean and polished silhouettes with a nipped-in waist and style that reflected the time, especially for war-torn and post-war England. Elizabeth demonstrated her sensitivity to the challenges that her country was facing during this time, most presciently when she married Philip Mountbatten, the Duke of Edinburgh, in 1947. The war had ended 2 years prior to her tying that knot, and the then princess used ration coupons that she had saved to purchase the tulle, chiffon, and silk for her Norman Hartnell designed seed pearl encrusted royal wedding gown. She was also generously granted 200 extra ration coupons in addition to her saved ones for the royal wedding. 6 years later, Elizabeth turned to Hartnell yet again for her coronation dress, a white duchesse satin gown that was embroidered with national and Commonwealth floral emblems in gold and silver thread and embellished with seed pearls, which she wore to be crowned the Queen of England. Princess Elizabeth, later Queen Elizabeth II, on her wedding day in 1947, Queen Elizabeth II wearing the gown designed by Norman Hartnell for her coronation ceremony in 1953. The Queen's wardrobe following her coronation spoke to the deep understanding she had of her role as a leader of her country. With this in mind, she favored classic, clean lines and looks that were stylish and elegant, but not necessarily trend-setting. While her silhouettes and hemlines may have been on the more conservative side, Elizabeth definitely found other ways to express her sartorial whims, turning to vibrant colors, vivacious prints, and chic accessories like hats, gloves, and pulses, a necessary part of British fashion culture because a signature statement for the Queen, whose taste in topaz could be as whimsical as seen with an upturned straw hat festooned with a bunch of red cherries. It was smart, like the bold polka-dotted pillbox hat she donned with a matching green skirt suit. In many ways, the Queen made a case for uniform dressing, which, although it relies on tried and true elements, can inspire fans to take chances with the variables. Take, for example, Elizabeth's approach for formal wear. The Queen loved a long-sleeved sheath gown, more often than not embellished with crystals or sequins. Repeating this silhouette was hardly boring when you account for the way she accessorized. The right tiara, sash, gloves, and jewels breathed fresh life into what could be seen as a fairly traditional royal wardrobe. Likewise, Elizabeth could dress casually with the same easy elegance, while she was rarely seen wearing pants. A trip to the hospital necessitated a chic grey suit with slacks. Other downtime ensembles paid homage to quintessential English leisure wear. Wellington boots, pleated outwear, headscarves, and well-made separates in plaid, wool, and checks. The fashion trends most closely associated with Queen Elizabeth, however, came during the later years of her life, where her pinch chart for color blocking and monochrome looks made her a veritable style icon. Dressed in head to toe in one shade was charming, especially when you consider the care that Elizabeth put into ensuring that her accessories matched the look. One only needs to look as far as her famous umbrellas, which she painstakingly matched to her various outfits. The Queen's affinity for vibrant and bright colors for her outfits wasn't just an aesthetic thing either. In the documentary The Queen at 90, Elizabeth's daughter-in-law Sophie, Countess of Wessex, explains that there was a very pragmatic reason for her bright looks, and it was for the good of her subjects. She needs to stand out for people to be able to say, the crowds are 2, 3, 4, 10, 15 deep, and someone wants to be able to say they saw a bit of the Queen's heart as she went past. With her measured elegancy and tasteful, thoughtful, sartorial decisions, Queen Elizabeth established a fashion framework for the modern royal, balancing strong personal taste with a self-awareness of her role as a leader. Let us look at the memories and meanings behind the Queen's jewellery. She first famously wore it the week past Her Majesty's coffin made its final journey from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, where it lay in state for 4 days, and for the final public appearance, then the Queen, as ever, was adorned in her best, that time with the imperial state crown, which sat on top of her coffin on a purple cushion. She first famously wore it at her coronation in 1953. It was designed for Queen Victoria in 1839 by Rundell, Bridge and Rundell, the royal jewelers, and it is a fascinating amalgam of British monarchical history. Among its treasures are the St. Edward's sapphire, Queen Elizabeth I's pearl earrings, the Black Prince's ruby, the Stuart sapphire, and the gargantuan Coronation II diamond. Two major stones cut from the largest game-quality diamond ever found. The second sits atop the sovereign's sceptre and cross, remade by George VI in 1937 by royal jewelers Garrard in order to make it lighter. The crown nonetheless still weighed more than 1 kilogram when the Queen wore it. It was a moment of great solemnity, full of ceremony and ritual. As ever, the Queen had the correct regalia for the moment. The Queen knew and said so that crowns are important, says Joanna Hardy, jewellery historian and curator at vintage destination Omnisqui. The fact that it is on her coffin now speaks volumes. The fact that it was on her coffin spoke volumes. If the crown jewels speak to the royal ancestry of this remarkable woman, so much of Elizabeth's private jewellery spoke to who she was as a woman, a wife, a mother, a daughter, and granddaughter. For her last ceremonial appearance, she will be outwardly draped in regalia, but what jewellery she wears within will no doubt be innately personal. Elizabeth's private jewellery collection spoke to who she was as a woman, a wife, a mother, a daughter. The crown jewels are kept in the Jewel Room in the Tower of London and comprise of 142 pieces of regalia with 23,578 polished gemstones. The Queen's personal jewellery collection is less distinct. A coterie of brooches, necklaces, and tiaras, inherited from grandmothers and aunts one likes to imagine she kept hidden away in old sock drawers. This collection is, however, no less impressive and overflows as much with global history as it does familial anecdote, as can be expected when your family is no ordinary family. The family jewellery. Most of the pieces snake a line between fascinating artifacts of history and familiar sentiments. The Prince Albert Brooch has been worn Queens Alexandra, Mary Elizabeth, and Elizabeth II, and was first given to Queen Victoria by Prince Albert the day before her wedding. She loved it so much that she wore it on her wedding day. The Queen's Oriental circlet tiara, a beloved favorite of her own mother, was initially also designed by Prince Albert for Queen Victoria in 1853. It was originally set with opals, but Victoria replaced them as she thought them to be unlucky, replacing them with rubies. Let us now look at the late Queen Elizabeth and her hats. That is the top she put on. Remember, the top hat could match with the dress and the shoes and the bag. In most times, the Queen and her hats. Not the hat, which is the small thatched house, but this hat with the HATS. The other one is HUT. My dear beloved viewers, I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel. My name is Lady Justine Navale Semambo. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I humbly request you to subscribe, like, follow and share. Thank you very much for watching my channel all the time and sharing. To those of you who have subscribed, I'm so grateful. And I humbly request you, to many of you that haven't subscribed, kindly do subscribe, like, follow and share, because there is a lot that you can learn from my YouTube channel, Navale Justine Catholic Canticum. Salvete omnes carissimi audientes.